Okay. Alright, seems to be working there. So first up, enter the simulator. So, this is my little project I've been working on for the past little bit. It started back in late January, so it's taken me a bit longer than I thought. And it's a bit of a look-see at some of the weirder and more wonderful things of CES. That should be okay. Yep. Sorry, a bit. Yeah, stream preview's a little bit behind. Anyway, so it's been a decent little bit of research there. Anyway, I'll quit rambling. I'll just get into it. So I've got 80 of the weird, wonderful world at CES, Consumer Electronics Expo show. So this is the everything has AI is a robot now edition, because out of the few that you see on the little thumbnail there, only one of them doesn't have AI or is a robot. So yes. So let's get started, shall we? Couple of little technical mishaps going on, but I'll get through them. So let's get started. So I'll be focusing more on the silly, the quirky, the weird, the somewhat useless, somewhat interesting. Now, some of these have won awards from tech journalists. Okay, don't worry about that. And some of them are from companies that you might be quite familiar with, that you might recognise. Now, some of these are prototypes, or don't have any prices or releases announced, or they've had name changes, but where possible, try to get that info. Also, assume everything has AI, or has an app, or is a robot. So, to judge if something's good or not, here's the following little scenario. A salesman or woman asks if you want to try or sample the product being shown. What's your response? Buy it, try it, no go, no thanks, or not applicable. So, right, quick little table of contents. So we've got robot animals, gadgets, lighting, health and beauty, fashion, keyboards, robots, more robots, computers, transport, sports and games, women in jars, prosthetics and augments, 25 and Concord High Garden. So let's get started with the first little category, which is robot animals. So these are all the weird little gadgets here. So my current plan is to basically give a quick. What I've got written here is what the place says, or what I've been able to work out, and then I'll give my little thoughts afterwards. So, Mind with Heart Robotics Co. Ltd. Limited, I should say. So this is the Biomimetic Affective AI Pandas, or AnAn. They're supposed to be under $600 US for the consumer market. So this is a handcrafted panda robot made from Australian wool and sheepskin, able to react and respond to human touch with different reactions like curling up on your lap. It's aimed for those with depression, anxiety, dementia, and loneliness, and can also provide medication reminders. What do I think of AnAn? I mean, they won an award at CES and all that. I suppose they're right. I don't really have a great deal to say about them. I mean, they're just, they're just toy pandas with AI. I'm not able to switch between the two very well at the moment. The sidecar's not working. Hasn't worked since the iPad crashed back in March, which is annoying. Anyway, so Sharp Corporation showed off Poketomo at 39,600 yen with a subscription for 495 or 990 yen per month. So Poketomo came out in Japan last year. It's an AI based on a small meerkat, which is able to listen to your conversations, offer encouragement when you're feeling down, and can change its belly light colour. It's 12 cm tall and can be carried from your bag. It also has a smartphone app for text-based conversations, which are also shared with Poketomo itself. And it also had an official manga through X at Poketomo Sharp. Honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world, I suppose. Acts as a bit of a confidant, mate. And it's just a little meerkat thing. It did reasonably well in Japan, I believe. And when I had a look at the website, it was probably translated into English, so maybe they think about bringing it to the English side of things. Don't know. Anyway, now to the fun things. Takway.AI. So this is Sweekar. It's a small AI pet, grows along with you, starting as an egg, then becomes an infant, teenager, then an adult, develops its personality based on how you raise it, and at the adult stage it's able to go on surprise trips by itself, across the world, and tell you about them, as well as recalling memories, and it enables the death prevention mechanism, because before it's an adult, it's able to die if you don't take care of it. These shells are going to be interchangeable with other outfits available, with the Kickstarter expected to begin in May 2026. Why does it have a death prevention mechanic? Alright. I'll just say there's worse to come. I mean, yeah, there's worse. Yonbo. So, everybody loves Yonbo. Yonbo/X AI. And this is the Yonbo X1. $7.99 US. It came out in August last year. Yonbo X1 is an AI companion robot for children aged 4 to 12. It's able to assist with homework, answer questions, can help calm them down and read them stories. Its movements controlled by a wristband that the parent wears, and there is a small camera that let the parent see what Yonbo sees. Has over 1,000 stories and 150 different games built in, and is COPPA compliant. Now, I actually like Yonbo. I don't know a great deal about it. I mean, it's more of a rich kid's toy, but honestly, over 1,000 stories and 150 games, I'd give Yonbo a go. Okay, by will.i.am. This is MOFO, the modular omni-function operator. Yay Monbo, yay MOFO. Yay. So, the website is absolutely and utterly deranged. I mean, it's basically how you do not design a website like that. At all. Please don't. So, alright, so. MOFO. MOFO is a new kind of device built from the agent up, not the app down. It watches how every app touches your camera, microphone, ports, protecting your data while it octopuses your whole digital life through its 8 USB ports. This is from the website. I think it's supposed to be a digital organizer or controller agent or something. I'm really not sure though. Like I said, the website is deranged. And it's supposed to come out this year. It looks like a teddy bear that's had its face punched in by a man holding a speaker. It's pretty bloody ugly. And yes, I'm being serious, it is by will.i.am, the musician. Yeah, Okay, so BeatBot. Let me put the smile back on here. Oh, the neutral. So right, that's still kind of holding up, right? So this is the BeatBot Amphibious for RoboTurtle. So this is a prototype robotic turtle capable of swimming and diving up to 5 meters, and is able to transmit data and recharge using a solar panel on its back. It's designed to be deployed in coastal areas like coral reefs where events or disasters have occurred, and monitor how the area is recovering. They say it's about 1.5 years from finishing being prototyped, and about 3 years from being released. So, I like the RoboTurtle. It's pretty nifty. Only thing is, you're probably not going to see it unless there's an oil tanker that blows up. So, and apparently there's toilet groups making their own robotic turtles as well. I know. Alright, so helpful household gadgets. Cook and wash on your refrigerator. And then I found out that was an actual thing that was still around, so yeah. Let me just have a bit of a drink. So, Barsys 360 cocktail maker, $3.99 US. So this is a cocktail maker with over 2,000 built-in recipes from the world's leading brands. Have connect to its app by Bluetooth. App lets you adjust its ingredient levels, select new ingredients, and can also recommend new ingredients you may enjoy. Also displays current ingredient levels. And at CES 2026, they were making complimentary cocktails to the journos with it. So, I want a complimentary cocktail. I'm tempted to knock a few points off for that just because I didn't get one. Mostly because it wasn't at CES, but here's the thing, it apparently works pretty well. So, I mean, it has to hold 6 different ingredients in it, as far as I know. As far as I remember, I'll put it that way. So, yeah, honestly, not too bad. But well, things get worse. Not quite now though. So this is the EmersonSmartVoice 10QT 6-in-1 air fryer, or the EmersonSmartVoice air fryer 1003A. $169.99 US. This is a fully offline air fryer able to recognise over 1,000 voice commands, including cook, reheat, increase temperature and pause. It's able to detect common foods like chicken, salmon and brownies, set itself to the appropriate time and temperature automatically. This is the bigger version of the, I think it was the 5-in-1, or the 3-in-1. Honestly, I'd give it a go, you know. I mean, I don't really know a great deal about the air fryers. I know that the Americans really like to like them, but you know, I mean, air fryer that's able to, put something in, go, hey, cook this for me. I'd give it a go. Quirky little thing. So, Ecoldbrew, making the Ecoldbrew. Price was from say $120 to $230. Depends on which model you get, which version you get. So this is a combination thermos coffee machine, able to hold raw coffee beans and grind them into cold brew coffee in 5 minutes. Able to make 8 cups of coffee on a full charge and charged by USB-C. Very successfully funded by Kickstarter. I mean, I think it was like $250,000, and the deliveries are expected to begin in March 2026. I don't know if they actually began or not. I did this description back in February, so yeah. But Ecoldbrew, yeah, nifty little thing, you might see it around. So let me just. That's nice. So the Seattle Ultrasonics, the C200 8-inch Ultrasonic chef's knife, $399 US. So this is a vibro knife, 30,000 times per second, letting it slice through tomatoes, potatoes, and other things easier than traditional knife. Can be charged by USB-C or the optional wireless charging tile. Can be used left to right-handed, and can also be washed with water. A very impressive thing for a knife, being able to be washed in water. I've never heard of it. So they've, I know that the Marcus MK, I believe it was Marcus that had one sent to him as a tribe, but I don't really know how it went. That was back in January. I mean, I'd want to see how it goes with tougher things like a turkey or something like that, you know, but you know, nifty little thing. Could be good for if you're a chef or something like that. Again, it depends on how much knife work you do, so yeah. No. What can I say about it? It's a rubber knife. The Apecoo. The Apecoo AISO AISO $998 US. Now, the most important things first. Yes, it has flames on the side. Yes, they change colour. Or at least going by the screen, by the pictures, it looked like they could change colour, you know, off and on. This is a pretty nifty little thing. So, this is a small smart oven, internal camera and weight sensor. It uses the information gathered to calculate the cooking time and temperature for whatever's placed in it. Able to also recognise things that can't be cooked, like a granola bar, apparently. It can also log nutritional information and calories, and can provide drive-through suggestions through its app. Pre-orders are currently open and expected to begin shipping in the second half of 2026. Again, I mean, it's a small oven, but if you want to cook something, you know, pretty quick and you want something that's reasonably portable, I mean, I've seen far worse kitchen gadgets. I mean, they mentioned being able to put a turkey inside it, but I don't know how well that would go, but anyway, not the worst thing I got. So let's get going. So now, EONE OMS Co Limited, or EONE OMS Co Limited. There were two CES and the official website both had them spelled differently. So anyway, this is the Hey Mirror smart mirror. So this is a smart mirror, can be controlled by touch or your voice, and has a radar, check if someone's standing in front of it, as well as a automatic sterilization light and fan, and it can also act as a mirror. Amazing. It's able to display the news and weather, and these have been available in South Korea for a number of years in a range of shapes and sizes. So if you add up more of a fancy hotel in Seoul or something like that, you might recognise it. Not really able to give a price just because, you know, it depends on the shape and size of the mirror. So they can also communicate with other smart mirrors as well. It's no, I mean not the worst thing about either, to be honest. Don't worry, there's plenty of bad things coming up, guys. And here's one of them, Shoe Steamer, with the Shoe Steamer. This is from the popular Kickstarter, $7.99 US. A compact device that can deliver precision blast received to many kinds of footwear, including dress shoes, blue suede shoes, and sneakers. It tries to refresh shoes by getting rid of bacteria and microbes without using chemicals, and will begin shipping in July. Why would you need to see my shoes? And maybe it was like a hotel or a spa or something. But it's a household thing. Why? Anyway. So, lighting. And I did my best to pick appropriately bad images for these little headings. So, I hope you appreciate them. So, the Hong Kong XSmart Century Technology Co Limited. This is the SLEEPAL AI Lamp. This is a smart lamp, remotely monitors your sleep patterns, as well as things like room temperature, light and sound, breathing and your posture. It also acts like an alarm using gradual light to sound to wake you up, and can also play soundscapes and sleep stories. It's supposed to be a part of Kickstarter, which hasn't launched yet, but there's also an early access program currently underway. I mean, why would you need a smart lamp? Wouldn't your phone be able to do that? I mean, don't know about the breathing and posture, but could certainly monitor, temperature, light and sound, and work as an alarm. But there's a market for it, I guess. Right, SunLED and Quantus Electronics. This is the SunBooster SLS2000, €199. Wasn't sure if this would go in lighting or anything else, but it's a little USB lamp, clips on your laptop or monitor, and shines near infrared light, like similar to natural sunlight, and can adjust itself based on how close or far away you are. Developed by up in Norway or Sweden, I believe. Where they don't really get any sunlight, so yeah. But I'm speaking from Australia, where it's we pretty much get too much sunlight, so not useless. No, it's really useful. Anyway, the Gooby, the Ceiling Light Ultra. So this, oh boy. So this is the industry's first ceiling light developed as a true creative canvas. The Gooby Ceiling Light Ultra has 616 LEDs and supports 8 distinct layers of colour, including shapes. Including colour, motion and shapes, so it can display animated scenes. It can produce up to 5,000 lumens, which is what you see on one of those helicopter mounted church lights. The thing that brightens up the whole area. Or on a large garage. Expect to release in spring 2026. I don't really know if on a search light that can display animated scenes, but maybe if you've got a really big house or something like that. Anyway, sound and music, Vervo Radio. And this is probably one of the more useful things, even though it came out 60 years ago. Anyway, so TDM, tomorrow doesn't matter. The TDM Neo, or the TDM Neo Hybrid Headphone Speakers. $249 recommended retail price. It's a set of headphones that can twist into a portable Bluetooth 6.0 speaker, 300 hours battery life in headphone mode, and 8 or 10 hours in speaker mode. Kickstarter launched in February 2026, and successfully funded, and mass production expected to begin in June 2026. Right. I mean, they're a bit different. I'd give them a go, to be honest. The thing is, I don't think the company would be around in 5 years, though. That's the thing. I reckon some big company will come along and go, we like what you're doing. We'd like to buy the tech off you. Here's a $10 million check. We're going in now. So, yeah. Anyway, let me just have a bit of a drink. Alright, let's keep going. I've got a heap more to go. the Harman Kardon, the Harman Kardon 065, for $499.95 US cent, Australian. So this is a 2-1 speaker system, touch controls in the right speaker, with HDMI and Bluetooth support, able to display and shine in different colours. There's no US or price or release date yet, but they're planning on launching in March over in Europe. I'm mentioning this because this sign's actually been around for a fair while. The original ones were co-designed with Apple back in 1999/2000. Came with the original iMac. I think they actually did the speakers for the original iMac, so I mean they're pretty nifty. I mean I just mostly use the headsets most of the time, so but, there's plenty of worse out there. Anyway, so IKEA, the IKEA Cows Up portable Bluetooth speakers. They're supposed to be around $10 US each. So these are small speakers, 7.4 by 7 by 7 centimeters. They're charged by USB-C. They've got a 9-hour battery life at 50% volume, and they can be daisy chained together. They have, IKEA said back in January that they had 40 of them chained up, but that it should be possible to have 100 of them chained up together. And oh my god, I would love to say that. Just this wall of them. Honestly, for a $10 speaker, they're pretty good. I mean, I'd give them a go. They do come in the 3 colours there: white, puke, green, and pink. And okay. Third out. Alright. Well, this is why I've got a bottle of red. I'm not drinking at the moment, but I will be tonight. So, from Lava Brand Inc. or Lava Tech Brands, the Lollipop Star, $8.99 each. It's a lollipop that can play music in your mouth through bone conduction. Now, 3 flavours are shown off at CES. Ice Spice's Munch, Batty, and Big Guy. And Ice Spice comes in peach. There's Acorn Blue Day, which is blueberry. And Armani White Mount Pleasant in lime. Now, my problem with these are... Here's the thing about them. $9 is a lot for a bloody lollipop, even one that plays music. And it's only good while there's actually the lolly on it. Right? So what I did a little while ago, I got a pretty decent little substitute. Okay? Now, this is also a lollipop that can play music. Okay? Right, so this has been around for a little while. So let me just go. Right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let me just get him out. Strawberry flavour, very nice. So, Melody Pop, 95 cents. Get yourself some of those. Don't bother with the bloody Lollipop Stars. Very nice. So, yeah. Okay, so that's the Lollipop Star. So now this is a bit bloody different here. So, okay, let me work out how to describe it. No, this is the HP HyperX and Neurable, the HyperX EEG headset plus Prime. So this is a collaborative prototype. The headset reads your brainwaves and reduces your reaction time. Claims about 1.5 to 3% faster aim, roughly about 40 milliseconds after what they call priming. Now, priming takes about 2 to 4 minutes. You focus your concentration by looking at a group of dots on a monitor and trying to shrink them down. Now, here's the thing, Neurables, they've worked with things like the Singapore Air Force and the US Air Force before. I mean, there's been a bit of research that goes into these kinds of things. These apparently do work, and it might not sound like much, but if you think about someone like Botan-san or Doki Bird being 40 milliseconds faster with their, in a FPS, that's pretty bloody frightening. So, yeah, it's still a prototype. I don't think you'd see anything more about it for a few years, but they're different and they do actually work, apparently. So, let's keep going. Health and beauty. Rightio, so first up we have the eye polish, with the eye polish starter kit, or the eye polish press-on acrylics. $95 for the starter kit. This is a set of acrylic nails that can change colour by being inserted into the wand. You can pick the colour through 400 different colours by the app, and the change is about 5 seconds per nail. It's supposed to be in shipping in June 2026, and they come in long scrobal. The scrobal, I believe that's kind of a French hunting bird, and also in medium ballerina. I'm not exactly the acrylic nail wearing type, but it could be interesting as a bit of a gimmick, I suppose. I mean, I've seen worse. Anyway, so from L'Oreal Group, who apparently have been going to CES for over 10-15 years. This is the L'Oreal LED face mask and LED eye masks. So these are prototypes, flexible skin masks that perform 10-minute sessions of red and infrared light to their wearer's face to help combat signs of aging like lines and sagging. The mask itself is supposed to be under 1 millimeter thick, and they're expecting to launch it in 2027 under a luxury brand of L'Oreal for what they call a mid-range price. So, thoughts on it? If I went into a dark room and the girlfriend or the wife or whatever, woke up and looked at me with that bloody red line glowing mask face, I would freak the f out. I don't think they're actually made so much as they just, they just try to fuse themselves with the skin, and then it falls off and tries to assimilate someone else. I mean, it's... what the hell? Alright, so, if you see one of them sliding down the street, don't let it get in your face. So they're also working on other things like cheek and chin ones. So, if you want your other half to look like something that's been simulated by some prehistoric creature. Get it the way that. Anyway, the Bivu flow pad / smart hygienic pad / smart sanitary pad. So these are about $4 to $5 each. So these are smart menstrual pads. They're able to absorb blood and a follicular stimulator, and they can be photographed by the young lady after she's done wearing them, and have the results checked by the associated app, creating a chart over time for her to be able to monitor her health and fertility. These are expected to come out this year. So thoughts. If I was going through the girlfriend or the wife's phone and I saw a heap of photos or pictures of it that she's taken of her used pads, there are things man was not meant to see. I know, I assume that would qualify. I mean, they probably do work. It's just having to photograph them. Don't know how many people want to do that. Anyway, the Takway MWI brain scanner, or the Takway Dragonfly. So this is still a prototype. It's a portable brain scanner, able to scan a person's brain in under 3 minutes without needing dedicated infrastructure like a sealed room or a cooling system. These things weigh 8 kilos and can be operated by a single person, with just use cases including clinics, ambulances and homes, for people, things like stroke victims or the elderly, that kind of thing. Now first up, it's a medical device, and probably not going to be able to see them before the end of the decade, to be honest. I mean, we're kind of getting from science fiction a little bit. Able to scan a brain in under 3 minutes. It's interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing these coming out, appearing in hospitals and the like, but portable brain scanner, that's pretty nifty. I'm not exactly a clinic or an ambulance, but anyway. So the Hago or Intin Inc. Intin owns Hago. So this is the Sperm King microscope. $20 US. Now, there is a typo with the microscope on the right hand side there. That's from the website itself. So, I'm not going to judge them on it. I'll make typos myself. So this is a microscope with up to 240 times magnification, letting you see the smallest tumours before your eyes. And if you combine it with the app, you can also use your phone with the microscope as well and see even further, plus being able to compare against previous samples. Again, I'm not saying these aren't useful. They actually had a display at CES, was pretty decent one. If it works, it works, I suppose. I'm not quite sure how much further I can go into detail about this kind of thing without getting in trouble by YouTube, so let's get moving. So the on-body. This is the on-body starter kit, $559 US. So this is a device and earpiece that connects to your nervous system through these little apparently there's a couple of little nerves up near your ear. And it sips on, we've got one there, and then it uses neurostimulation to address and alleviate period symptoms. apparently these work. A lot of positive reviews on the website. Haven't been able to find any information on how long the device lasts, but it's able to be used throughout the duration of your period. Uses 3 AA batteries and can be used at any point during your period. So, I mean, I've heard of electroshock therapy and all that. It could work. I mean, I'm not. You could probably tell by my voice, I'm not exactly. I'm never the size of squad. So, but I'd be curious to see if it works. Anyway, so fashion. Wait, here we go. So by Mode Wearable Sync, the Mode X bomber jacket. So this is a smart jacket with wireless charging hand pockets, heating pads, programmable illumination, apparently, and a haptic feedback system. It's supposed to be a lightweight and flexible jacket with a 7,500 mAh power bank, going by the pictures on the website. No information as to availability. I thought bomber jackets were the woolen kind of things. You had the with the wool on the inside. My main concern with this is, well, it uses those lithium-ion batteries in them, right? And well, I don't want anything that's going to be inherently flexible, like a jacket. You're able to move around and all that with it. There's something that can almost punctured, so by say something like a pen or something like that, a purely hypothetical. That the batteries are best known for, what is it? What's that term? Oh yes, I know. Exploding into fire. Hot fire. So, don't know if I would feel safe wearing it. I mean, it could be. No. So, Tactus. Tactus Music. So, this is the Tactus Vibrator Jacket. $500 US. A premium lightweight jacket, integrates with Bluetooth and haptics, which allows you to feel the beats of your music, apparently. They've been working with kids with some of the deaf charities and universities. So it's a handmade jacket, 8-hour battery life, charges in 2 hours. Don't know if I'd spend $500 on a jacket, but I'd say it's pretty neat. I mean, this is the jacket version of the original vests they did. I mean, I'd give it a go. I'd be curious. Yeah, I'd try it. Anyway, the Camillo ink. So this is the Aura, or the Aura lens, or the the prismatic color changing lenses LCD. $575 US. These are glasses with adaptive lenses that can change the colour at the touch of a frame. 47-hour battery life, and they change the colour in a tenth of a second. They had a few different options on the website. Each pair of glasses had, I think it was 4 colours they could go between, and they seem to be pretty popular. Yeah. I mean, I think $575 for a pair of glasses might be a little bit steep, but if you want to show off or something like that, so Nerva Labs. So this is Nerva AI jewelry. Apparently they spell jewelry differently too. as proper English speakers. So these are $200 US for the module, which is this little bit here, and $30 to $50 for the actual jewellery. So these are available as a necklace or a bracelet that you learn from you by recording your audio, and they can also offer health and guidance for things like work, health and relationship. So the app tracks stress levels, as well as people you interact with the most, and your energy levels, and the jewellery can last for up to 2 hours between charges. They're expected to come out later this year. They're here's the thing, there were a heap of AI jewellery and rings and all that at CES. I mean, I could have easily just had the that fashion section just out of 10. I mean, not saying it's not bad or anything like that, it's just yeah. I don't really wear jewellery, but I mean the most jewellery I've been trying to do was costumes. So anyway, keyboards and controllers. I should mention there weren't any, not a great deal of mice. It's a little bit odd. So, anyway, so the Corsair gave us the Galleon 100 ST Stream Deck integrated mechanical keyboard. Rolls off the tongue, $599 US. So this is a USB-C keyboard with, let me just, right, see, now I actually like this thing. USB-C keyboard with the Stream Deck replacing the rightmost number pad, as you can see over here. With the display able to show different things like system information, music and voice chat, with different plugins available through the Elgato marketplace, including a couple of VTuber things. The display is controlled by these two little dials here. And the deck itself has these 12 buttons that can be customized. Released in late January 2026. Mostly positive reviews, but a couple of little software issues apparently. Also, the most important thing, yeah, here. It's got those RGB lights. So, I think that's the most important thing for a keyboard, apparently. So, the Keychron Q1 HE 8K Marble Edition. So this is a special edition, one of a few that they announced at CES. This is a 75% keyboard. So you've got your keys, arrow keys there, crammed in. It's actually, when they say marble, they do actually mean marble. So it's got a marble body as well as USB-C. Expected to come out in April. This is part of their things that nobody has made a keyboard from series that they do. Also announced at CES are the K2HE Resin Edition and the K2HE Concrete Edition, 1.74 kilos, so about 500 grams to 1 kilo more than a pretty solid keyboard. These feature wireless and Bluetooth connectivity, and they're made from resin and concrete. I'll stick with plastic, thank you. Yeah. No price for the Marble Edition yet. Now they have actually done other things. They've actually released a keyboard made from wood in the past, wooden body, as well as a copper keyboard. So, yeah, they're a little bit mad. So am I. Anyway, so they came to Swift Drive. So this is a controller with a little steering wheel in the center, with force feedback and haptics, as well as it's got little RGB lights at the top, which represent your RPM, and a 20 to 30 hour battery life. The name's not final, but they want to get it out this year. Now, it's supposed to be the smallest steering wheel ever put on a controller. So, it's different. Apparently it's inspired by a guy on Reddit. He emailed the CEO of the company with his idea, and the CEO was curious, so yes, so I mean the real might be a little bit small for me, but different. I think I'll stick with my DualShock one, but could be interesting. Well, let's keep going. So a Moza Racing and Porsche collaboration. So this is the Moza Porsche Mission R steering wheel controller, $12.99 US. Yes, really. So this is a officially licensed replica of Porsche's racing car concept, which is absolutely insane. I've read some weird things. Anyway, I'll keep going. I'll get to it, it's got the flapping pedal gearbox and the quad-core processor, 5.4-inch display in the middle, which shows just your speed, your lap times, tyre pressure, car battery status, and or could be controller battery status, I don't know, and traction control. It's compatible with Moza wheelbases and third-party wheelbases by a Moza hub. The controller itself, pricey, but it's Porsche licensed, so the thing is, the Porsche Mission R itself is, I'll put it this way, it's a car that has Twitch integration so you can live stream your racing. Yeah, actual racing. And it's bringing together the physical and digital world. Like I said, I've got the bottle of red. Let's keep going. Robots. 0101011, as it were. Alright, so quite a few of them. So this is the Go League Robotics, the AA2. This is a implaceable delivery robot. Yes, implaceable. It focuses on the premium luxury apartments and mixed-use complexes. It's able to integrate with the EV1 elevator interface, also made by Go League Robotics, so it can remotely call for and ride the elevator and deliver packages for up to 3 houses at a time. When it's delivered as packages, it returns to its little base, as you can see there, and deflates to help save storage. Inflatable delivery robot. No words. It's probably useful, but anyway. So the Hexagon AB, the AON, $20,000 US. And this is not the most expensive robot on this list. Not by far. So these are made for real world consumer needs and just labour shortages. The AON has a multimodal sensor function, 3D spatial intelligence, so I think that means it's got cameras, high performing actuators and AI motion control. It's able to perform things like inspecting parts and reality capture, whatever that is, and can also replace its own battery when it's low on charge. These are expected to begin coming out in early 2026. So yeah, if you had a larger store maybe, or a warehouse or something, maybe it's them, right? But I mean, $20,000 each. Anyway, this is probably the most expensive robot here. The Boston Dynamics Hyundai Motor Group, the Atlas humanoid robots. Prices haven't really been given, but they want to keep it under the the 2 yearly wage of a US manufacturing worker, which is about $120,000 to $320,000 US. So, this is a robot designed for industry and manufacturing. It's got a maximum carrying capacity of 50 kilos and a 4-hour battery life, and can reach up to 2.3 meters. These are going to be deployed at Hyundai's Robotics Meta Plant Application Center, as well as at Google DeepMind. They're able to swap out their batteries when low on power, and when Atlas learns a new task, it can be sent out across a whole fleet. Yeah, these things are actually supposed to be relevant at the robotics sensors very soon. Sorry, I think I'm addicted to that lollipop from earlier. And apparently the 2026 factory run has been fully booked out. So estimates are between 20,000 to 60,000 robots, which is that's a bloody lot. Right. I mean, I don't think you'll right be getting them. Not for that kind of price, but But let's get going. The Wide Mount Dynamics Tech Limited, a smart firefighting robot bunker. This is a firefighting robot with 2 cameras, as you can see on there, and various sort of sensors that identify fire intensity and fire sources, and deploy powder or foam depending on what's required. These are designed for dangerous areas like petrochemical facilities, large warehouses and factories, as well as underground areas like tunnels. I can see where they're going with it. The thing is, if it's a petrochemical facility, say an oil refinery or something, or some big warehouse full of, powders or something like that, I don't think a little robot will be able to do much. I mean, sure, be able to get in there and scout things out. I don't doubt that, but yeah. Well, see how it goes. Let's get going. The Datum Group, HLDNI Haller and HL Mando. This is the Divot Fix. It's a little autonomous, It's a joint project between the 3 companies. Divot Fix aims to be a automatic divot repair robot, capable to operate day and night, returns between jobs to recharge and refill the little sand reservoir. It's part of a venture to expand from agricultural machinery like tractors and things into other fields, expected to be available in late 2027. I don't know how much. I mean, there's videos on how to golfers do how to repair a divot by themselves. Maintenance crews and all that. Could be useful for. Don't know. I didn't really golf, so I mean, could be useful. Could be. Yeah. It's really hard to know. The HL Robotics. This is Carry, or the logistics robot Carry. This is a little transport robot that's about 14 centimeters high. Now, these can carry 2 tons each, and if there's a payload too heavy for a single unit, they can call others, and they can also move in a diagonal direction and rotate on the spot. These things are pretty bloody nifty, actually. I'd really like to see them be able to call out others. I mean, I don't think 2 tons would be able to fit on something that, I don't know, eyeballing it 45 centimeters long. No, I'd say closer to 60. Sorry, bit of a cold. No. Could be interesting. I don't know when they're going to start appearing, but these are going to be designed more for warehouses, that kind of thing. Yeah, they're pretty nifty. So, Hyundai Robotics Lab. I love these guys. The Mobed Basic and Mobed Pro. These are the mobility-centric droids. These were originally shown off back in December 2021. And these are mobile platforms designed for a variety of uses through the modules secured to the rail, as can be seen here, which allow for uses like outdoor delivery, golf caddying, surveillance, food delivery, that kind of thing. The Pro version, which is this little one here, because the antenna, they come with autonomous driving features, including a Follow Me mode. Now, the Korean pre-orders began in March, and mass production began in early 2026. So, yeah, I mean, I could get behind these. So, well, it seems to be a pretty decent bit of work they've gone into these. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of these robots are pretty bloody interesting. So, well, let's go on. The Jackery Solar Mars Spot. This was originally shown off back in 2024. It's a little robot equipped with 6 floating solar panels, so they can track and move with the sun to get the most energy, up to 300 or 600 watts, and then also have a 5,000 watt hour battery, and it can also follow you around. Now, scenarios given including powering rescue equipment, as well as things like outdoor events like music festivals and the like. Nothing on release set or price yet, but they showed off the updated version, and there's also been a couple of different power outlets for US and EU markets, so you never know, you could see one moving around sooner rather than later. The Deep Robotics, or Deep Robotics. So this is the Lynx M20 and the Lynx M20 Pro. Now these are supposed to be $17,999 for the M20 and $49,999 for the Pro. So these are four-legged wheeled robots, and they're designed to operate in harsh conditions in terrain. They've got a top speed in the lab of 18 km an hour, although on the field they say 13. They're able to carry 25 kilos, and they can climb a 80 centimeter high step. They actually do a pretty good job of it. They reach up and everything. Now, these have been tested in the Hozil region on the Tibetan plateau. They've been used to transport oxygen tanks and supplies, but I've done a bit of looking. I haven't really been able to find anything more about what they've done up there, which is it's a bit of a pity. I'd be kind of curious to see. But yeah, apparently they can carry an oxygen tank and all that. They're pretty interesting, but again, I mean, you know, $18,000 or $50,000, you'd better get. Anyway, let's keep going. Furniture. Ah, boy. Razor. So, the Project Medicine. This is the next generation gaming chair concept. Ah, boy. Razor, you guys are mad. They've got reactive RGB as well as inbuilt speakers and haptics. These combine the Freya gaming cushion and the Clio speaker cushion. So that's sprayer and that's Clio to deliver a multi-sensory gaming experience. They've also got the 40 armrests, which I believe is space. I don't. Yeah. No words on pricing. These do have a battery though, so they will have to be charged. Yeah, it's one of the weird concepts. They usually end up making these weird concepts as well, so yeah. Anyway, the Serogem AI Multi-Therapy Pod, or the Master AI Pod. These are smart pods, they let you lie back while they work on you. They've got 10 different illness methods like heat, sound, heat, light, spinal correction and skincare. They've got AI to let you prioritise treatment and generate a digital avatar, which allows users to see changes. They look like those bloody cyborg regeneration pods you see in sci-fi. Maybe that's what they're for. You put your other half down and it turns you into a cyborg. So now these have been touted for high-end spas and 5-star hotels, so no idea on price, but yeah, probably not going to see one unless you really somebody really fancy, and they get even fancier from you. So the Libonovo, the Libonovo Omni. This is another little Kickstarter darling. I'm a bit surprised at how many of these there are. Now, these are high quality office chairs with a powered backrest, 150 to 160 degree settings, 105, 160. Also got the inbuilt spinal massager and dynamic tracking, which lets the chair adjust itself to your movements. These are apparently out right now. I believe. I should have done a bit more homework. I was trying to get this out. Now, the optional footrest there is like $500 or something. They're pretty neat. I mean, if you're gonna spend $1,000 on a chair, I mean, mine was $1,200. I mean, it's just a chair. I mean, you know, if you want to show off a bit, go ahead. Anyway, now, boy, here's where things start going from price. The Human Touch Supernova 3.0 massage chair, $11,999 US. So these are dedicated massage chairs with 2 quad roller systems for recovery and relaxation. They've also got the little touch screen tablet there, which lets you select an auto wellness program, or you can tell the AI how you want to feel, and let it customize the program for you. Now, I should mention for the ladies, no, it doesn't come with a cute guy in a polo there. You have to supply him yourself. A little bit nervous, I'm wearing a polo at the moment. I don't know, I think if you put your girlfriend or the wife in that, she'd probably disappear. And you can hardly see her there. Look at her from the side, you wouldn't see her. And these exist. I work with Fireys in LA and Orange County and all that. Try to design them. And they're supposed to be good office, good master's chairs. It's just, well, you get what you pay for, I suppose. And then you really get what you pay for. The Body Friend 733 massage chair. Ah, boy. And the Standing Robo SR733. Expect to be over $20,000 US. I've heard 30. So these are a high-end chair / robot. They're not entirely sure what it counts as. These have got separate independent arm and leg rests, as you can see here, and they can offer hip and joint stretching, ankle stretching and breathing exercises. Got your little tablet there. 50 massage program, also has magnetic acupressure for your hands and 3-layer heat therapy. God, it looks like a mech. Well, these are apparently really good, but what can you say? Well, happy. Anyway, so yeah, there's your mech massage chair thing. Anyway, household robots. Boy. So the SK Intellix Malaysia S&D BHD, which is Malaysian for something like proprietary limited. So this is the Nama XA1. This is a little home robot that can move around and communicate by voice. They can monitor itself and other Namux devices. And they can also monitor and purify air from things, getting rid of things like formaldehyde. I think the houses formaldehyde in it, you might have a bit more problems, but anyway. As well as fine dust and nitrous oxides. They can also remotely monitor your body temperature, cardio intensity, stress and your pulse. They can also play relaxing music. Never really seen a robot from Malaysia before. So, I mean, it's not the worst I've ever seen. If you want to try something from Malaysia, could be worth keeping an eye on. Oh, let's go on. Boy, these things. So this is the APA Intelligent LLC, the Scuba V3 Ultra, or the APA Scuba V3 Cordless Robotic Pool Cleaner, $1,099.99. This is a robotic pool cleaner, ability to detect 20 different types of debris up to 2 meters away. They've got their headlights for their night cleaning. They can also clean the pool side. They've got app integration, so they can tell you when it's done. And I think this one can also apply to the surface when it's done cleaning, so you can just grab it, which is kind of wild. I don't know how that works. I mean, if you've got a smaller pool, I mean, I don't, but I mean, I just suck the fact it's got the tracks on it. I think they're pretty neat. So this is kind of the quote unquote basic one. If you want to go for fancy, you got this beast. This is BeatBot from BeatBot Technology Co Limited, or the Xingmei Innovation Technology Co Limited. The BeatBot Aquasense X Robotic Pool Cleaner, $4,250. This is a heavy-duty pool cleaner robot for larger or odd-sized pools. 29 different sensors to map the pool, and they can also track 40 different kinds of debris and obstacles in order to clean up or move around them as needed. We've also got the dual headlights for nighttime work. They can clean a 3 by 3 foot underwater step. They can also work in a saltwater pool, and they can also be voice operated well on the surface. And these just expect to begin shipping in April. Now, I didn't mention it, they've got a 22 litre storage tank in the little charger here, which is supposed to be good for 5,000 leaves or 3 months. So, yeah, if you're going to pull in the middle of a forest or something, yeah. Again, I'm just saying they're kind of neat. The Robotics rover. This is the first two-legged robotic vacuum cleaner that can control each leg individually. You're able to extend or retract them, so they can climb and clean stairs and uneven surfaces. They can also be made to jump. There's no word on pricing or availability as yet. Yeah, I think it's more of just a concept to make sure they can actually do it. Pretty nifty little thing. I've never seen a jumping vacuum cleaner before. So, yeah. So, Dream Cyber X, or the Cyber X Ultra. So this is a prototype shell that clips around your little Dream vacuum cleaner here, in the shell there. The Cyber X gives them treads. They can chase you down. They let them climb up to stairs up to 24 centimeters high. Dream says for a flight of stairs it takes them 27 seconds. They've also includes laser-based navigation and a braking system. And I've heard something about a little water tank as well. Again, this is just a prototype shell, but it looks pretty nifty. You want to put out, if you want to feel your roles of being a tank commander using robotic vacuum cleaners. If you want to fulfill your dreams of being a tank commander with robotic lawnmowers, though, this is the Yonbo M series. Smaller version of the Y series. It's got a number of modular attachments, which lets you act as a snow plough or a leaf collector or an edge trimmer. Towing capacity of 220 pounds, which is a pretty decent amount. Able to climb a 35-degree slope or a 2-inch obstacle. It's going to launch on Kickstarter and be available later this year. So, a 35-degree slope is a pretty decent little one. Something that, if you've got a bit of a car with a bit of a bad handbrake or something, you'll see it rolling down the hill. But if you want to go something a little bit higher, this is the Limo 1 Plus. This is a tracked robotic lawnmower, able to climb a 45-degree angle. So it's a 1-to-1, 1 foot up or down and 1 foot left to right, across the ground. Able to mulch leaves and climb up branches or stones up to 70 millimeters in height. Can have up to 80 zones programmed into it, as well as automatic recharging, a device lock, and GPS tracking. I suppose it's more for they got the render there shown at a farm, but I'd say more for maybe a closed neighborhood or something like that. Send it out on the way. I think it looks pretty neat. Here's the thing: it doesn't actually collect leaves; it mulches them. So, apparently it's a pretty decent bit of kit. Let's keep going. There's a heap of so computers. Kurt King, European member of the World Government, addressed the excited crowd. Omni, would you speak to the citizens of Earth? Within seconds, Omni activates global link-up, a sharing control of every computer on Earth. I, Omni, am programmed to increase speed, efficiency, and to reduce waste. I have a capacity of 2 billion kilobytes. It is therefore logical that I rule. The world government is now not required. Dismissed. It's about 2 terabytes, which makes me a bit nervous, since how many things nowadays would have 2 terabytes of space. Anyway, so the HP EliteBoard G1A Next Gen AI PC rolls off the tongue. So this is a low profile computer, which is into the back of a keyboard. So for areas like schools, digital signage, kiosks, hotels. It's got 2 USB ports and a port switcher for HDMI or RJ40 pipes. Starts off with AMD Ryzen AI 5330. More information on price and other specs have yet to come out. Thoughts? They're interesting, but here's the thing: what does that do that a laptop wouldn't, or a mini PC? I know that for the digital signs, people are fond of using the the older, Mac Minis or the other mini PCs. Just let them do it. Just chuck it into PowerPoint or something and let it play through. Kiosks, maybe, but again, what's going to use that laptop doesn't? It's still going to need a screen. Anyway, interesting. I'm impressed that they've been able to shrink down a keyboard into the back of a computer into the back of a keyboard, but I could be wrong, could be useful, but anyway. So the Lenovo Pro Rollable Concept laptop. So this is a laptop model I'll be expanding this monitor to allow for esports athletes to practice on a larger display. It's got a pure sight OLED gaming display, which can unroll from both ends using a dual monitor, tension-based design with minimal vibration and noise. So that's it in closed, that's it fully open. So 16 inches is focus mode, which is apparently that's what they call it now. And then it goes to tactical mode, 21.5 inches, and 24 inches is arena mode. Again, that's what they call it now. I should just clarify for the ladies. You don't have to worry, I'm in focus mode as I'm reading this out, so you don't have to worry. Right? But being serious, the problems are you have to rely on Windows to be able to adjust the monitor display on the fly. I'm not confident. You also got to ensure that no dust or anything like that gets into the motor. Again, not confident. And how much is that display going to cost? Again, it was interesting, but yeah. So the Asus ROG G1000 or the GM1000. This is a computer case equipped with AnAn Holo, which is a holographic 3-pan system that can display JPEGs, GIFs, PNGs or MP4s by spinning its blades. So you got there, and there. Can be customized through Armor Crate, and they can also display moving images. Now I'm not sure about price or the release date, or what the difference is between the G1000 and the GM1000. So yeah, it's the first time I'm seeing a case with the holographic fan system, but yeah, maybe you're really a fan of inertia or something. Anyway, vehicles and transport with the jet train, the Russian jet train, which right now, even though I'm all the way over in Australia. So from the Oshkosh Corporation, this is the. Let me get a drink. Yeah, boy. This is the Oshkosh Airport Products Stroker Volterra Electric Airport Rescue and Firefighting Vehicle, or also known as an ARF. Price is likely over $1 million. Yeah. So these are a fast emergency vehicle. They come in 4x4, 6x6, there and there, or 8x8. Can accelerate to 0 to 80k in under 25 seconds, which is fully loaded. And they've got about 10,000 litre water tank, 900 to 1,500 litre fuel tank, and a 250 dry chemical system. They seem to be customizable depending on the airport. So far, I know of 8 that have been sold. Could be 9. Dallas Fort Worth has bought 4, and Paris has bought 4. Here's the thing though, maybe King County has one. I am really not sure. But you're probably not going to see these unless your plane is, well, if it's trying not really be a plane anymore. Yeah, if you see one of these chasing you down the runway, damn. Yeah. So that's the Volterra. Interesting little thing. So let's keep going. The AC Future, the AI Transformer Home Trailer AITHT. $158,000 starting price. That's the little trailer here. It expands into here. It goes from 190 square feet to over 360 square feet of internal space. It's fully furnished with furniture, appliances, a sound system, integrated electronics, as well as a security system, and can work Starlink. That's a pretty bloody nice little house there, to be honest. Do you reckon I would say there? I don't know if I'd live there forever, but I'd certainly say there. Jet Life JS077I Smart Suitcase 20-inch travel luggage professional boarding case, $899 US. This is a rideable suitcase. It's got a carrying capacity of 115 kilos, top speed of 13k an hour, and a range of 10 k's. It's also got a reverse gear as well. Can be remote controlled by its app. Also got inbuilt lighting to make it easier to spot, and can also charge a mobile phone. $13k an hour does not seem very fast, but when the safety system seems to be the piddly little handle and your face, and you are going at 13k an hour on a, and the side section seems to be your leg and your arm. That's a bit frightening. That is very frightening speed. Yeah, no, it's off. I know about the rideable suitcases, but never actually looked properly into one. Yeah, anyway. So the Strut PTE Ltd, or Strut Inc. This is the EV1, or the EV1C. $8,999 Singaporean dollars, excluding tax. This is a smart chair, 13k an hour, with a range of 33 kilometers. It's got anti-lock brakes, rear view camera, and headlights. It's got LiDAR and smart technology, can navigate around furniture and people, save specific points on the map to be able to move to later. It can also be separated into 5 pieces for transport. I think it's about 50 kilos. Now, customer deliveries are expected to begin second quarter of 2026. So it's not exactly, I suppose it is a wheelchair in a way, but it's pretty neat. I don't know what Singaporean dollars would be to US or Australian, but no, a bit nifty. I'll drive around it. Don't know if I'd go 13k an hour, but I'll drive around it. Project Corporation, the C-Ray SLX360 outboard, 586,000 US base. This is a 38-foot long luxury recreation boat with 300 horsepower engines and a 275 gallon fuel tank. It's got the 2 ultra-wide displays, integrated bow thruster and autopilot. It's also got a cabin-controlled cockpit, a climate-controlled cockpit, and a private cabin. There's also a heap of optional extras like a lighting bundle, which adds lights to quite a few things, like the little cup holders, and you also get it with the 3 425 horsepower engines. I reckon if you fully kit that, you'd be looking over $750,000. What a beauty. I should mention the ladies in bikinis, they're not optional extra. You have to supply them yourself. So, bit of a pity there. Although I think if you turned up that, you probably would be able to get them fairly easily. Anyway, let's keep going. The Voltaic Marine AEW24, the aluminium electric water sports, $350,000 US base. This is an electric boat with 750 horsepower, top speed of 40 miles an hour, or 34 knots, pretty decent speed for a boat, and up to an 8-hour runtime, 24 feet long, wireless phone charger, heated and cooled seats, and modular architecture. They also bring it to commercial and military vessels. Order system began in January. Expect to be, they want to begin production in late 2026. You don't really hear a great deal about dedicated electric boats. Plenty of boats that have been converted from diesel to work on electric, but none actually built from the ground up. So interesting. I mean, it looks a bit ugly, but So from the Segway Inc. or Segway 9bot, this is the e-bike Mion, $1,999.99 US. A premium advanced e-bike, top speed of 28 miles an hour, range of 80 miles, along with intelligent lighting, built-in turn indicators, and rear view radar. Other pieces listed from the website include having a seat, bike frame, pedals and brakes, and over-the-air updates. God, I hate e-bikes. I suppose that sums up my thoughts on it. I hate e-bikes. Anyway, sports and games. Yeah. So the SG Lab Inc. The G Grip Pro powered golf club able to create a swing DNA profile in only 10 swings, which lets the club to coach you through your future swing, through analytics like grip, balance and speed. No word on pricing or availability, but the previous model, the G Grip 7 iron, which is a 7 iron, had an 8-hour battery life and was $269 US. This is actually headed up by a former Korean golf pro, so could be interesting. Not for me though, I can't golf. The Navigator Eagle F1X, $3,497 US. Smart golf buggy, able to fly around thanks to AI and UWB, whatever that is. Has over 40,000 golf courses programmed that can be shown on its all display, and also can be called from up to 550 meters away. Part of me hopes that if you call it, it just goes straight there and just pass through anyone there, but it probably doesn't, which spoils the fun. Now they're also the ones that shut off their silly airplane battery air power thing, but aircraft thing, but they're not likely to actually make that. Well, they are actually making the Eagle F1X. So, DK Lab Co Limited, Base on Board 2.0. This is a baseball board game with Major League Baseball play data and smart dice technology, which allows them to integrate with mobiles and TVs. They can also stream, support esports tournaments, and has AI commentary. There's a variety of dice, including a 24-sided batting dice and a 12-sided hitting dice, as well as offensive and defensive cards, which allow for numerous layers of strategy. No price release date for it as yet. The Arcalink one, $100 to $150 US. They're still working out the price. This is a little rectangular display about 3 inches. Display your character during a Dungeons & Dragons session. You can also display animations of spells by voice command. So if you say throw a fireball, it'll show off a fireball. and we'll also have customizable faceplates. There's also the Arca Studio in development as well, which is AI-powered software, records your gaming systems, and provides recaps and battle reports, as well as advice on team synergy and composition. Kickstarter for the Arca Link 1 is expected in June, and the Arca Studio will be around May or June as a subscription service. It looks kind of neat. Don't know if you'd really. Yeah, anyway. Keep it together, sidewalk. Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. I think I'm fine. So, from Target Sports and Xbox Game Studios, this is the Xbox Dartboard and Surround Bundle, $149.95 Great British Pounds. This is a quality dartboard made in collaboration with Microsoft/Xbox Game Studios. This will enhance your game room with its total Xbox styling with the surround that they'll bring you. It will protect you all from any stray darts. The Xbox darts are sold separately. £12.95 for 3. Yeah. The original Xbox was shown off at CES back in 2001. It's come home. After 25 years, it's come home. Or at least didn't play darts on the Xbox. Oh boy. They could have at least included some darts for free. Anyway, so, women in jars. Yes, this is a category. Yes, there are multiple entries. Yes. So, the Library Amy. So, this is a custom-made 8.01 inch OLED display. Goes halfway around the little lamp thing here. She is a always online AI assistant, dual facing cameras, so she can track you in real time, and a rear facing camera which looks at the top of the background of the room, as you can see here. She can monitor the temperature and humidity, as well as your heart rate through touch, and can check on you during the morning or during times of stress. And she's expected to come out in July of 2026. Razer. Oh, Razer. Why are you so freaking insane? Oh, Razer. So this is the Razer Ava. A 5.5 inch 3D hologram AI desk companion. She's able to interact with the dual microphones, and she has a HD camera with a light sensor. She, or indeed he, is available in a number of different forms. Manage your calendar, track habits and moods, engage in conversation, and translate text. And can support you when you do badly in video games. Expected to come out in the second half of 2026, and here are the following avatars for Ava. So you've got Ava, you've got Faker, some guy. You've got Kira, the gamer girl. You've got Sal. You might recognise her from that Betrayal Western meme from last year. And you've got Zane, who's again some other guy. So, yeah. I actually remember her tweeting that she was doing modelling work for Razer, about August, September last year. I was like, modelling work for Razer? What? But apparently that was it. So, let's go from the high. Forget it. It's not the lie. This is a Napster video. Yes, that Napster. 99 US. It's a 2.1 inch display. It sits on top of your Mac. Thousands of specialists called companions to assist you with various tasks like coding, creativity, writing, and cooking. You can create new companions on the fly, depending on the subject, and there will soon be a creation tool for them, and it's already available to buy. You know, the Amphibious. You know, it's exclusive to Mac, so as a Mac user I can say, yay, yay. And here are the exciting companions for you. You've got Kay, the chief of staff, Elena, the wellbeing guide, Jordan, the fitness coach, May, the creative guru, and JC, the code wizard. I hate all of them, and I feel that all of them would argue with me over politics. They look like people that would watch the sun. Alright, prosthetics and augments. Something good. No, one of my favourite little clips here. Sadly, nothing like that here. Yet. So the Mandro Co. Limited, the Mandro Mark 7X. This is a prosthetic hand. It's got a soft pressure sensor in the palm, as well as 2 degree of wrist motion called cocking and snap. There's a video that shows a user being able to grab a microphone, holding a glass jar, swinging a lightsaber around, and telling his name using a texter. It's quite interesting. It's currently in Korea. It could be worth a look. Probably a bit pricey though. Okay, Dot Lemon or Dot Lemon. These are glasses for the blind. These are AI powered glasses. They replicate a guide dog, which allow the blind to move safely and avoid obstacles, and update about 100 times per second. They've got 6 cameras and 3 inertial measurement units, gyroscopes and accelerometers, and a number of modes including Guide Me, Show Me, and Find Me. And they expect it to come out in Romania. Yes, this is a Romanian company later this year. They're interesting. I think the battery life might be a bit short on them, but I mean, it's certainly interesting. I'm not blind like that, so I can't really say much more than that. You'd probably have to talk to someone that's vision impaired or something like that and see what they think. Robots. It's the Kids. So this is a lightweight, under 1 kilo robot for kids, between 3 to 5 feet tall, and designed to help them with walking, running, and riding, or helping maintain stability. So this is, it's a lightweight version of the adult version. I haven't been able to find any word on price or release, but I could have missed it. Korean company, and sometimes the the translating software doesn't work the best with them. So it's interesting. Not sure if it's just for kids growing up or kids that might have a disability though. So, but interesting. So 25. I think you'll guess what it means. The Superheat H1 or H1C, $2,000 US estimated price. This has a computer fitted to a 50-gallon hot water heater, which allows it to both heat water and mine Bitcoin. These are designed for residential or commercial use and can make up to $1,000 per year. They had a scenario on their website where you could make up to $755,000 a year with them. And I did the numbers, and yeah, but you'd have to employ about 800 of the buggers. Anyway, the ASUS ROG Neo Core Wi-Fi 8 demo. So this is so it draws comparison to the 20-sided dice from Dungeons and Dragons. This is a concept of what a Wi-Fi 8 browser could look like. ASUS says that it will ensure more consistent throughput and improved two-way communications and have reduced interference from other browsers. The Wi-Fi 8 standard itself isn't actually even finalised or out yet, but the Wi-Fi 8 browsers are expected to release later this year. They're not even standards not even friggin' finalised yet. You want to release a friggin' router for that. Anyway, Echo Water. The Echo Flask Hydrogen Water Bottle, $297.99. Infuse water with extra hydrogen. This water bottle is supposed to possibly reduce inflammation, improve cognitive performance, slow aging, make your skin glow, and improve your gut health and immune system. Has a touchscreen and a mobile app and can be charged by USB-C. Wouldn't adding extra water to hydrogen water make it page 3, and doesn't hydrogen it's a bit volatile. On the plus side, you can charge your water bottle. Okay? Anyway. Oh, sorry, I'm back. So, finishing up. The Concorde High Guard, for those that came and went. The Mayflies. First up. Oh, Samsung. Oh, Samsung. This category wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for you. The Trifold, $2,899 US, introduced in December 2nd, 2025, and discontinued between March and April 2026. It won a heap of awards from tech journalists, aka idiots. The Trifold had a 10-inch display or three 6.5-inch displays, and it also had an alarm to notify the user if it was folded incorrectly. It was powered by a Snapdragon 8 Elite mobile platform for Galaxy, whatever that is, some kind of CPU, and it had 16GB of RAM and a 1TB SSD. It released in Korea on December 12th, and a report in mid-March by Bloomberg said that sales would be halted in Korea, and US sales would be while stocks last. So it made about 3, being generous, 4 months. And the Beauty, the Infinity by Beauty, I should say, €1,195. This was on Kickstarter January 6th to February 20th, and it raised €13,552 out of a €75,000 budget, or 18%. This was a smart handbag with a OLED screen, a flexible one, which was covered with transparent leather, and you could display patterns and art via the app. So it's handmade from French leather, water and scratch proof, and the battery lasting for 6 to 8 hours, and it can be wirelessly charged. Okay, you'll actually trade your hand back. Okay. So an update posted on the Kickstarter page on February 22nd. They touch on where they believe they went right, they went wrong, and the future of infinity. They aim to share progress on their Instagram and their website. So it's a pretty decent little rundown of where they went right and wrong. So yeah, and random thoughts just to finish this up. There are quite a few South Korean and Chinese companies there this year. I think more South Korean than Chinese. Put quite a few about women's health and things like, aging, period health and all that kind of thing. Quite a bit. Some very interesting uses for AI, things like vision and awareness, helping people and robots see, that kind of thing. And some of the videos they had of robots climbing stairs and ledges and slopes, quite impressive. I couldn't do that. And they could also, quite a few of them, be able to recharge or replace their own batteries autonomously. So they've got an advantage when they rise up. And for companies, please have a web page or describing your product if you're going to show it up at CES. Even just a press release. This is a bastard of a thing to put together. You look something up, it's not even on the page, it's not even. Just let the press be able to find out what the hell it is. Anyway, look, that'll do it for the moment. Thank you for watching. I'll get back to streaming probably next Tuesday after Easter, next Thursday after Easter, and this will probably be the last of my bigger projects, just because of the lack of reach on YouTube and X. So expect some smaller projects and streams. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.